We at BabyChakra bring to you the best of the life chat experts, and today's topic is about how junk food affects dental health in kids. We all know that BabyChakra is the parenting platform where we are bringing in experts who give the best solution, which is research based, and they are giving us the topics which are helping our moms to sort out their problems. Without further ado, I would like Dr. Yashika to please talk about herself.
Hi, I'm Dr. Yashika from Pediatrician Dental College. I am a mom of two sons, and now I'm a mom and influencer also. So my journey 16 after BDS, and then I have my own Bag, Delhi, and
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Yashika. Dr. Zubeda, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I have done my master's and PhD in clinical nutrition and in practice for the last 33 years. I'm based in Mumbai at Andheri West and I have my own clinic. And I cater to all kinds of disease conditions, all age groups, all communities, and globally as well. So I have got online and in person consultations for anyone from age 4 months till 90 plus. So you can have anything like from failure in growth to diabetes to PCOD to infertility to hypothyroidism and more.
Okay. With such experts on board, I am very much sure that these mothers who have joined us for today's topic, understanding how junk food affects the dental health in kids. Being mom myself and the moms out over here, we have a common question. Like, how much and in what quantity are we going to allow our kids for junk food? So to begin this live talk, I would like to ask the dentist, Dr. Yashika, like, how do we safeguard our oral health from the harmful effects of junk food? Can you please throw some light over here?
yeah, as you know, junk food is very bad for health, and it affects teeth also. And junk food in a quantity, there is a lot of added sugar, salt. Just there's a lot of amount of debris on enamel. We can help our children, to tell them that we can from junk food also. So from junk food, by time to brush twice and reduce intake of acidic foods. And we should use interdental brushes, floss, snacks wisely, uh, use mouthwashes. So we can safeguard our oral health in this way.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Yashika. Dr. Zubeda, coming to you, what are the food options do you think that we can introduce our children in place of junk food? Can you throw some light over here, please?
I think we can just talk about holistic nutrition because we're looking
Okay.
at kids, a
Right.
child right from say the fourth month when the weaning starts, and we are looking at foods to promote growth. So apart from the mother's breast milk, so breastfeeding is number one, which WHO and all the pediatric associations talk about in helping a child develop good oral cavity, good hygiene. So then when the child is introduced to good weaning foods, you can start with not those packaged milks or packaged foods. You can start with wholesome homemade things like, you can have a rice kheer, a ragi porridge, you can have finger foods as the child starts growing. You can give them apple sticks, carrot sticks. So I believe in introducing the child to healthy foods right from the very start. And the parents should be involved with live
Right.
examples. If they are involved at the feeding table, on the baby chair, the child is part of the family meals. So he or she is exposed to all kinds of variety of foods. So you start from right from your apple or beetroot sticks or baby cubes or mashed ones. So the child is introduced to wholesome foods. Do not let the child have your juices or your pre-packaged things, because these softened sugary colored foods can simply damage the child's enamel. There's something
Okay.
called as periodontal disease where you see enamels eroding, or the child has a keriogenic environment where you promote
Yes.
caries in the milk teeth as well. So if you really
Yes.
want the child to have a good milk teeth and then permanent teeth. You give the child good foods to eat, rich in say fiber. This should be wholesome. Like for example, like giving a child a biscuit. Say better you give them a small roti, a puri
Okay.
size roti, or you make it like a green roti. You make it like a vegetable idli, or you make it like a finger cutlet. Like a finger stick. So rather than giving only packaged processed say chips, like I have seen some babies coming in with completely enamels completely eroded with a lot of milk teeth falling away. Why? Because the child was introduced to only fruities, apples, or just colored drinks and
Right.
biscuits and cookies and cakes. So I
Right.
feel if we give wholesome homemade foods, the child learns to accept the foods, and that becomes a part of his growing up years. So he grows healthier and more immunocompetent.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zubeda. Dr. Yashika, coming to you. As a mother, there is a constant query, worry also, and a query that will junk food affect the teething process of a child? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, junk food affects teething, but not that. If we are having more junk food, so then nutritional deficiency, of course, we are lacking for the vitamins, vitamin C, everything. So I think junk food definitely affects teething, but not directly. But yes. So I think we should promote green leafy vegetables and more, so that there will be less effect on teething.
Okay. Thank you for throwing us, with your views over here. Dr. Zubeda, coming to when we talk about introducing healthy eating habits, and especially in a preschooler or a toddler between the age of 1.5 or probably 2, and now with the Gen Z, having adapting all different habits, what are the interesting ways would you tell us for these parents? How do we start making the habits more innovative? So can you throw some light over here?
Definitely, I feel the child should be involved in something like even purchasing of fruits and vegetables, going to the market, or when the mother is planning a menu, she can ask the baby, "Who would you like to have? A cutlet or say a top dosa, or a wrap." So there she can introduce things like peas. You can have peanuts. You can bring in some cheese because see, cheese is karyostatic. It prevents dental caries. So you can bring in peas, you can bring in nuts, you can bring in seeds. Now all these foods are rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber. Now fiber, when you have the child eat a fiber-rich diet, that prevents actually the formation of dental caries. It prevents absorption of sugars. So if you're giving a child something like say a lollipop, say a chocolate, or say a lolly, I would say encourage the child to make a fruit parfait. Like I have my own YouTube where I have shown some very interesting recipes for kids and adults, and I show various things. Like there's a parfait recipe where I've shown say setting up of a chia curd, and you use that for layering between fruits, some peas, some nuts, some seeds. The child learns to discover the colors, the textures, the flavor, and that's quite interesting. It looks like an ice cream, or like say a fruit and ice cream mix, but that is something very healthy. The child involved in preparation, setting up of those things. Like say if you're making a sandwich, you can give the child say a 5 layered sandwich cut into thinner slices. So therein you can actually have a layer of say grated carrots, or you can have a paste of coriander mint with some peanut butter. You can have a tomato puree with some cheese. So you can have a tricolored sandwich rather than just giving a child a bread butter sandwich. Yeah. So you can
Right.
always have fruit sticks. You can have something like an hummus. So I've shown a hummus recipe where that I can have the carrot stick or an apple stick. And I think these are wonderful ways where I have seen my own children grow. Now they're adults, they're both married. So I
Yes.
know that yes, that they grew up very healthy and had good energy and good stamina and lesser sickness days. So good feeding, good dentition, and fewer sickness days is that important.
Thank you. Those were very insightful tips, and definitely with these, tricks that you have shared with the mothers, I hope that they are going to be taking it up, in the coming future. Dr. Yashika, coming to you. When we talk about children, we they are almostly attracted to these sugary items which are found on the shelf, right? And we as mothers would like to know what generally happens when we introduce to them for too much sugary foods. So can you please help us out over here?
Yeah, actually, what happens? Child eats a lot of sugar. It's like we have bacteria in the mouth reacts with sugar and produces acid, and it leads to and a lot of cavities. So it weakens the enamel. There are a lot of the dental cavities. So mouth becomes susceptible to so sugars always rise. They affects the pH of the mouth. It leads to a lot of dental cavities. So sugars should be taken, but not in that great quantity. And we should make them practice to do brushing again and again. If they're having sugars, chocolates, more of the stuff they're inclined to sugary things, chocolates, candies. So yes,
Okay.
we can't limit them, but yes, we can tell them to practice brushing and sugars.
Okay, just helping them to stay away from it. Right, I get your point.
Put an
Dr.
input,
Zubeda.
input on this. There are
Yes.
enough instances where if you maintain the pH of the saliva at 7, where you
Okay.
have
Right.
foods which in calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium and zinc coming in. So
Right.
herein you can look at your curds, your probiotic curds, your yogurts. You can set chia curds in the house. You can
Okay.
mix your milk and the curd culture with something like flax seeds, or you can sprinkle your almond and pista powder in the child's milk and introducing
Okay.
different complex carbohydrates like fruits and dates or raisins or figs or apricots rather than just sugar. So I feel that if you can lead by do as I do and not do as I say, the child learns that the parent is authoritative, but the child is going to go along with the parent and develop some very healthy habits. Like when I told my kids fruit is nature's candy, and it's rather we'll have half an apple, or say we'll have a slice of papaya, or say an orange, or say the fruits in season. Right now you've got amla coming in. So a child which who will bite into an amla or an apple or say an orange or a pear and will start enjoying different flavors and the sweetness.
Yeah.
Once a child develops a taste for these natural sweets, they do not really want to have sugar. Even today, my kids would not really opt for a sugared milk. They're happy having their milk plain or like a
Plain
fruit
milk.
smoothie because that's how they grew up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
So I was,
maintaining the pH, yeah.
yes, I was coming to you. Like, what were the other options that a mother would, take
Right,
it up, and
correct.
you
We'll
have
add to
answered it very
Yashika's
beautifully.
inputs, yeah.
Yeah. So, but at a given point of time, we cannot really keep the kids away from the sugary items. Suppose if if you have gone for a birthday party, or if you are outside and the kid is constantly looking out for options, or the budde ke bal, or these sweets over counter. At that point of time,
The
they really
cotton
become
candies.
fussy, and they become really very. It becomes really a challenge for a
Yeah.
mother. At that point of time, Dr. Yashika, what would be the other option that you can help us with?
We can show them the other options are available in the birthday parties. Like we can show them the fruits and tell them that the birthday cake is too sweet. Let's not have. We can show them the substitutes whatever are available there. We
Right.
cannot.
I think you should
Am
allow
I
them
audible?
certain of these parties. Then they can be let loose. Let them enjoy the party. Just ensure
Yeah.
that they have a lot of water, and then when they come back home, a good brushing is important. I think
Yeah.
that's how it will work. You can't be
Right.
saying no to a child. He's an adult.
Definitely.
Say
Not
no.
listen. सारे
Definitely.
Yeah.
बच्चे
They
तो
don't.
खा रहे हैं मैं क्यों ना खाऊं
मैं क्यों ना खाऊं?
उसने भी केक खाया
Obviously.
उसने भी चॉकलेट खाई उसने भी आइसक्रीम खाई तुम क्यों वैसे मुझे मना कर सकती हो I can remember when my kid was, in his first standard, 6 years old, and there was a kid bringing home those little hearts and fruity and happy in his tiffin. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
they were all playing football for the school team. And he would say, Mom, you're just giving me, parachas and those green dosas and those multicolored sandwiches. I said, Bacha, when you go to play, you look at your stamina, you are able to kick, yeah, nice long kicks, able to, run after the ball. The other child is falling sick so often. And, giving those child all those example, like, see your Popeye the sailor, had a lot of spinach, or say Mickey has a lot of carrot, and, introducing all those things. Some comic character the child may like with the food he or she introducing
Resem-
colorful vegetables and fruits cut in different shapes, smaller portions, lot of food
yes, that
explosion. That
resemblance is something important.
build the environment for a child to accept new things. I think environment building is very important ना. हम अगर वो वैसा वाला एक environment create करते हैं ताकि बच्चा देखे कि ये सब भी है हमारी प्लेट पर, हमारी मॉम और माता पिता वो चीजें लेकर आते हैं और ये रोजाना अगर खाएंगे, लाइक सी कैरेट का गाजर का जूस प्लान से कि हम गाजर का हलवा खिला लें. So gajar
Right,
ka halwa made with, say, milk powder, nuts. You can put your almond ka, badam ka powder. You can put
right,
lychee ka powder because children do not like to feel those things in the mouth. Everything is powdered. And you can make it like small chicky type pieces or cubes, or make it like a small cupcake में आप set कर दो. बच्चा वो गाजर का हलवा जरूर खाएगा with a smiley on top, with a fresh cream. तो ये सब तो I think creative mothers तो कर ही लेती हैं.
These
innovation
are the
is
great
something
options,
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dr.
am going
Zubeda,
to do this
yes,
with my
Dr.
kids.
Yashika, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm going to follow all these tricks and tips she's sharing because I'm loving.
You can follow me on my YouTube. I have a channel where I just show food and I show the relevance of हमने ये रेसिपी में क्यों लिया है. अगर हमने
Yeah,
Okay.
स्प्राउट लिया है, हमने पालक लिया है, या हमने चौलाई की भाजी, चौलाई
yeah,
की भाजी is amaranth, तो हमने क्यों लिया? Like see, people know मेथी का
yeah.
थेपला, पर अगर हमने चौलाई और रागी का आटे का थेपला बनाया तो इससे बच्चे को क्या मिलेगा?
क्या
So
benefit हुआ,
rather
right?
relate rich in calcium. So अगर हमारे like when my kids were small, I used to make for them these chocolate cupcakes and cakes, and I would put ragi ka atta with the cocoa powder with little maida and put chocolate essence and put little paste of your khajur
Correct.
dates and raisins, and they would just love it. They would say my mom makes the best chocolate cake in the world.
They never know.
They never know. I think we can fool them. It's all for a good cause. थोड़ी बहुत झूठ तो चल जाता है ना.
Right. But Dr.
Still
Zubeda, when it comes to, the child gulping in and not chewing in, that's where the problem comes in. So what is the solution over there?
आई थिंक बच्चे को अगर हमने फिंगर फूड्स दिए और आप साथ में बैठ के खा रहे हो, तो जब बच्चा चबाएगा तो उसका सलाइवा जो है ना, इट विल बी स्टिमुलेटेड. तो मास्टिकेशन ना, खाने को
Yes.
चबाना. आप बच्चे को पहले से एग्जाम्पल दो कि हम अच्छे से खाएंगे, धीरे धीरे खाएंगे, टाइम से खाएंगे, कोई घाई नहीं है, कोई टीवी नहीं है, कोई मोबाइल नहीं है, कोई ऐसी हीटेड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स नहीं है. बच्चे को पुश नहीं करना है, अब तू खाएगा नहीं, मैं तुझे पीटूंगी या मैं तुझे ये दूंगी. None, no negative and none of all those things. You just have to give a child a star, gold star, silver star. आज तो बहुत
yeah,
अच्छा था
very
बच्चा,
important.
तुमने सब खाया थाली पर. So I would give them I had when the kids were small, I had this portioned plate with those small,
Yes.
depressions. So ये वो तुम्हारा रायता आ गया, ये तुम्हारा हलवा आ गया, ये तुम्हारा एक फल का 1/4 पीस आ गया, एक छोटा सा पूरी का रोटी आ गया, 2
Correct.
चम्मच चावल या खिचड़ी आ गया, दाल आ गया, चिकन का पीस आया, फिश आया. तो बच्चे ने थोड़ा-थोड़ा सब कुछ खाना है,
थोड़ा
तो
सा कुछ
आएगा
try किया.
कि मेरा डाइट होलसम है, ये खाना इसी को कहते हैं. तो बच्चा चबाएगा शांति से, कोई घाई नहीं है, फट-फट खा, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, मेरे को काम करना है, तो ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर बच्चे को अग्रेशन, डिप्रेशन, सब नेगेटिव इमोशन से दूर रखें और प्यार से खिलाएं, हैप्पी, हँस-हँस के, कोई कुछ भी एक अच्छा वाला हँसने वाला कुछ बात बता दिया. सो साथ में एक दादाजी है, दादी है, उनको भी पहले से वो करना है कि आप अपने बारे में, आपको जो चीज़ें नहीं पसंद है, उस टाइम पर आप मत बोलिए ना, बिकॉज़ बच्चा बड़ों को देख के सीखता है. अगर
Correct.
मैं ये कह दूँ कि मुझे करेला नहीं पसंद, तो बच्चा नहीं खाएगा. पर मैं ये कह दूँ कि
नहीं
आई लाइक द करेला, द वे माय मॉम वुड मेक, मैंने आपके लिए बनाया विद इमली एंड गुड़, बड़ा टेस्टी है, बच्चा खा के तो देखो. See, when my kids were small, they would have that bajre ka small roti, would make small puri-sized rotis, not more than 4 inches. बच्चे का पेट कितना सा है? इत्तू सा है. अब कितना ही
Correct.
ठूसो आप. बहुत ही प्यार से खिलाइए, स्मॉल बाइट साइजेस. अगर आपने पालक पनीर बनाया तो पालक पनीर भी अच्छी चीज़ है. See, पनीर इज लाइक योर होम मेड चीज, वो उसमें
Yes.
प्रोटीन है, उसमें कैल्शियम है, फास्फोरस है, विटामिन ए है, विटामिन डी है। फिर पालक में हो गया फाइबर, विटामिन ए, विटामिन सी, फॉलिक एसिड है उसके अंदर। अब बच्चे ने पालक पनीर और एक छोटी सी रोटी भी खा ली, साथ में एक टमाटर आधा भी खा लिया, बस हो गया ना। आपने
Right.
टमाटर पंपकिन का सूप पिला दिया विद दोस क्रोटॉन्स इन इट, दैट्स फाइन, बच्चा खुशी खुशी खा लेगा।
Correct.
इजी।
Absolutely. Portion is something which is very, very
गो
important.
बैक टू, अगर मैं बच्ची होती मैं क्या पसंद करती, है ना?
So,
लाइक दाल दाल नहीं पीना था मुझे एज अ किड, तो यू नो देयर वाज एन आंटी, शी वुड जस्ट गिव दैट, माय मम्मी मेक हर अ दाल का डोसा। I was a very fussy kid. मैं मटन नहीं खाऊंगी, चिकन नहीं खाता। Then she taught my mom to make cutlets. तो चिकन को मिंस कर लिया, mixed with say oats, जैसे you know your gram flour, put some you know blended vegetables like coriander, mint का paste, make them into small tikkis. So when my
right.
kids were growing and I was doing my PhD, so it all happened together. I would make things on a Sunday and put them in the freezer. Pre-preparation is the key. So I had cutlets, I had my batters, you know, I had my K plus mini ones all stacked on a Sunday. ताकि बिग डे में निकाला, गरम करा, लिटिल बिट ऑफ मस्का, अमूल कोई भी बटर आपने ले लिया, सॉरी,
Right.
कोई भी ऑयल लिया, गिव द चाइल्ड अ लॉट ऑफ वैरायटी। So when
Right.
there is variety, there will be nutrition density. Diversity is the key to good nutrition. अब बच्चा अगर सिर्फ फ्रेंच फ्राइज देखेगा तो वही खाएगा ना। आपने
Hmm.
बच्चे को बोला कि तुझे कुछ नहीं खाना, आई मेक यू नूडल्स, तो बच्चा क्या करेगा? अब ये मैं बैगन नहीं खाऊंगा तो यू गिव मी नूडल्स। हमने कहा यही खाएंगे, सब लोग यही खा रहे हैं, आप भी यही खाओगे, थोड़ा सा खा लो, ठीक है ना, थोड़ा सा खा लो, शाम में कुछ और देख लेंगे। तो इफ यू गिव इन, द चाइल्ड विल अंडरस्टैंड कि इफ आई नाउ डू लिटिल रोआब, लिटिल टैंट्रम्स, रोना धोना, पैर पटकना, मैं रो दूंगा तो दादी चिल्ला के बोलेगी मत तंग कर मेरे पोते को, बस हो गया, देन यू फिनिश द लव स्टोरी यार।
Yeah.
So there has to be pyar, there has to be little, you know, very positive inputs, right?
Such
Yashika,
wonderful inputs out over here.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Yashika, would you like to, give a conclusion or a takeaway message for all the moms out over here in pertaining to, dental health, how to maintain your kids' teeth, or, a child who is just started with teething. So, tips on these that will be very helpful.
So I think every parent should encourage their children to twice, at least twice daily, and it is once because we don't do for twice a day, but I think they should start with they should start with the morning routine first, and they should encourage them. They should tell. They should visit dentist also. Tell the dentist to how to do it, and we can show the demonstration. We can show them the cartoons. Brushing has should be done, and we should make it a group. Like, father is doing, mother is doing, the sibling is doing, and we have doing it as a group activity. So we the child gets encouraged that everybody is doing, so he or she, and I think they should do it. Like they should enforcement that if you'll do it, you'll get a star, a sticker, something, and you'll get new brush. Very there are so many in the market. Child get attracted to their favorite cartoon character, and so by doing these and showing them that these fighting with them, this is very important. This makes them understand this, yes, and they have to gargle, and this makes their oral health and they they look aesthetic and it's part of your body. You should not
Okay.
ignore it.
Thank you, Dr. Yashika. Dr. Zubeda, can you please, help us with the takeaway message out of here?
I think one more thing I need to point out, Dr. Pooja, is that you know the use of a lot of these juices, fruit juices, which are rich in citric acid, malic acid, tartaric acid, and you know, you find even adults having these lime juice shots, and they are not actually made
Correct.
aware that lime can corrode the
Mm.
enamel. Yeah, and this is what
enamel. Yeah.
my friendly dentists have always told, that when you are giving these things to your patients, I always tell my patients that when you have these lime shots, this is for all the mothers, जो मम्मियाँ सुन रही हैं, and they're into lime and say vinegar, let them have it without touching your dentines, your enamels. उसको ऊपर से पी लो. अगर आप बच्चे को फल वगैरह देते हो, तो बच्चे को आप फल के टुकड़े करके आप उसको विद बेबी फोक खाने के लिए या विद फिंगर फूड्स की तरह खाने के लिए एनकरेज करें, ना कि जूस बना बना के, बिकॉज जूसेस कैन बिकम हाईली
Right.
एसिडिक. और शुगर डाल के जूस बनाने से अच्छा है कि हमने जैसे आम जब आता है, तो हम आम रस शुगर डाल के बनाते हैं, तो अवॉइड करो. बच्चे को आप आम ऐसे ही पीस बना के दे दो, बच्चा ऐसे ही
Please
खा
avoid.
लेगा. तो जो बच्चा जो जैसे बड़ा होगा उसकी आदतें वैसी ही बनेगी.
Right.
एंड आई
Right.
ऑलवेज से कि बच्चे को दिखा दो कि ये ऐसे होते हैं फल, सब्जियां, रोटी. ज़्यादा करके उसको ना डोंट मेक इट लाइक इनटू ओनली अ स्मूदी और अ मिल्क शेक ना. लेट देम, उनको दिखा दो कि ये फल के टुकड़े हैं, ये दही है, या ये रोटी है, ये सब्जियां हैं, तो बच्चा देखेगा, खाएगा. और
Right.
प्लेट बना के देंगे हम उसको, तो वो बच्चा सीखेगा. एंड आई
Correct.
ऑलवेज फील ना कि सोने के पहले ब्रशिंग बहुत ज़रूरी, और
बहुत
नाश्ते के
जरूरी.
बाद brushing बहुत ज़रूरी.
ब्रशिंग
नाश्ते
बहुत
के बाद.
जरूरी.
नाश्ते के बाद, बिकॉज़ जब बच्चा नाश्ता कर लेता है, फिर उसके जो जो दाँतों में जो फँसा हुआ होता है ना खाना, अब वो लंच टाइम तक वो पड़ा रहेगा.
Correct.
आप सोचो डॉक्टर यशिका, उसमें कितने सारे बैक्टीरियाज़ काम करेंगे और
Yes,
एसिड
yes,
बनाएँगे और
right.
आपके वो डेंटल
But ma'am,
कैविटीज़ बना देंगे.
gargle is important. Yeah, we should encourage them to
So
gargle meal.
I have very good friends, my dentist friends in Mumbai, who always told me for my kids that the child should never sleep without brushing, no bottle ever. So they were never bottle
Yeah,
fed. So they have good teeth. Even today, they have their intact good teeth. None of them like carried or whatever. So I think
yeah.
अगर हम ये प्रैक्टिस करते हैं ये वाली अच्छी अच्छी बातें, तो आप
Habit.
और आपके बच्चे दोनों
Yes,
ही डेंटल टीथ में विनर्स हो जाएंगे.
right. That's true.
Definitely, definitely. So it was a lovely session with you both joining, sharing your views, your valuable expertise, and taking out time for us on this Baby Chakra platform. So, Baby Chakra thanks you, Dr. Zubeda and Dr. Yashika, for your valuable inputs and also
Thank
the
you so
queries by the mothers who had asked us, and we are able to help them out. Definitely. At the Baby Chakra community, we request all the moms to reach out to these doctors who are available for their expert opinion on the Baby Chakra app. You can definitely download the app and have a look at this, live chat if you have missed. So, how junk food affects dental health in kids, which is a primary concern for these for newer mom, and also for moms who have started executing good healthy habits for their kids. With this, we take a leave and we thank the panelists who have joined us for this live session today.
Thank you so much. My pleasure being with you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you.